boys and girls. This is Mrs. Newell and my granddaughter Emery. Emery, where'd you go? Emery, where are you? Oh no, it's gonna have to be a call. I'm gonna count to 3 and we need to call Emery so she'll come out of wherever she is. 1, count with me, 2, 3. Emery! Oh, good. Thank you for coming out of your hiding place. Well, Emery, we are going to celebrate Box Day. We don't know what Box Day is, except I will say this. You can sit down here, my dearest. Box Day means we are going to explore different things that you can do with boxes. In this time of coronavirus, I see Amazon boxes coming to this house and all kinds of houses every day. So I thought, let's go ahead and explore boxes. So let's celebrate Box Day. Well, I have a story that is actually one of my very favorite stories. My daughter Ashley actually remembers it when she was a child because I read it a lot. And this book, Christina Katerina and the Box, is one of my favorites because it demonstrates how a person can be very creative using a box. So here we go, Christina Katerina and the Box by Patricia Lee Gouch, illustrated by Doris Byrne. I see that she's going to do something with the box. Christina Katerina liked things, tin cups and old dresses, worn out ties and empty boxes. Any of those things, but mostly boxes. Hat boxes, bakery boxes with see-through lids and shoe boxes. She was a creative girl. Best of all, she liked big boxes. So she was very happy indeed one sleepy summer day when even her sometimes friend, Fred Watson, was out of town to see a truck deliver a great tall box. It came on a refrigerator. So, what do you think about the size, Emmy? Is it a small box or humongous? Humongous, good word. Oh, how grand and new, Christina's mother said, looking at the refrigerator. It is, oh, it really is, said Christina. She wasn't looking at the refrigerator, she was looking at the box. And she quickly claimed the box for her own and dragged it under the apple tree. To Mother, who was very neat and tidy, it seemed that boxes were for basements or trash barrels, not for front yards under the apple tree. But she decided it couldn't possibly hurt for one day or two to have the big box in the front yard there under the apple tree. I see Christina Katerina checking out that box. Her head is thinking creative thoughts, I think. That afternoon, Christina's father cut a window and door in the box, and Christina painted on turrets, a drawbridge and bolts for the door, and the box became a castle. Inside, she put sticks on the windows for iron bars, and she brought in all her cups and saucers and a lot of fig Newtons. Do you know what a fig Newton is, Emery?
It's a cookie.
That's right. It's a really yummy cookie that's filled with fruit. That is figs. So she put fig Newtons in case there was a battle she couldn't get out. And she couldn't get out. For 2 days, she and her bears lived and played in her castle peacefully. Uh-oh. I think this is her friend, Fred. Until Fred Watson came home. He sneaked into her castle while she was out to lunch and ate all her fig Newtons. And she locked him in until he hollered, "I'm sorry," 15 times. When she finally let him out, Fred gave Christina's castle a kick and over it went, smack on its side. Why do you think he gave the box a kick, Emery?
Because he was mad.
He was mad. What had she made him do?
Say sorry 15 times.
You're right. You listen. Good listening. Mother came out and saw the fallen box. I see that's the end of the castle, Christina, she said with a smile, and started to haul it away. But that's no castle, said Christina, hauling it back again. That's my clubhouse. Now, in an effort to save a little bit of time, I put some clips through the book so I wouldn't read every page because I didn't want this to take too long. But Christina turns the box now into a clubhouse. And on it, it says, keep out for members only. So it's a secret club. The next thing she does with the box, what does it look like, Emery?
She makes like a little car.
Right, a racing car with it. You can see that she's got a race car helmet on and it has a flag. So she decides it's going to be that. And what unfortunately happens each time is her friend, Fred Watson, decides that he's going to do something with the box or fix it like he does here. Here, he said he'd take a look at the motor because it didn't sound right, and he cut off the nose to get to the motor and the car collapsed. So each time Fred does something that messes up the creation that she's made. Christina's mother was relieved. Well, that is the end of the racing car, she said, and she pulled the cardboard toward the trash barrel. That's no racing car, said Christina, pulling it back again. That's the floor of my summer mansion, and I'm going to have a ball. And she did, right there under the apple tree. So, what a smart idea. She patted the box out flat and drew furniture on each flap. A stove and refrigerator for the kitchen, a bed for the bedroom, and a grand piano and a violin for the living room, so there would be music for her ball. She and her bears and Fred dressed in gowns and high heels, and they invited kings and queens and some presidents and one vice president to come. And everyone came and they danced and danced until their feet hurt and they had to take off their shoes. Even without shoes, Christina had a wonderful time, but you won't believe what Fred does. Until Fred decided the floor needed scrubbing. He sprayed it down with a garden hose and mopped it until the floor puckered and grew lumpy and finally fell apart. Yuck. Is the box totally ruined, Emery?
Yes.
I agree. When Mother came out a little later and looked at her front yard, she shook her head and she said, well, and then, is this the end of your grand floor? What floor? Asked Christina, who was running by. Oh, you mean that old ragged box? Let's throw it away. Mother breathed a sigh. At last she could have her nice, neat yard. But quick, Christina said. Uh-oh. Fred's mother got a washer and dryer today, and he's bringing 2 ships down now. I said my mother wouldn't mind it a bit if we sailed them here in our front yard, right under our apple tree. And so they did. And so they did. So Christina turned her giant box into many, many things. But there's another thing that we can do with boxes. This is a shoebox, and I have a song about what we can do with it. We can store treasures in a box, and that's what I've done. I've stored a few treasures. So I want to teach you a little song. It's called I Have a Box, and it goes like this. I have a box, it's an old shoebox, and it's just about this big square. If you come over here, you can look in my box. My favorite things are there. There's a in my box. Are you ready?
Wow.
Okay, so we're gonna pull out Miss who? Jennifer. Miss Jennifer. And we'll sing this just a couple times. I have a box, it's an old shoebox, and it's just about this big square. If you come over here, you can look in my box. favorite things are there. All right, Anne-Marie, you can take the box and take something out. What do you see? Pull it out and you can show the camera what you have. What's that?
Pizza.
Pizza? What letter does pizza start with?
P.
You go, girl. Good, let's try it again. Now, if you'd like, you can make a box, a shoe box with your hands, and you can sway with the music, which it makes it kind of fun.
The real box.
Okay, you're gonna hold the real box. I have a box, it's an old shoe box, and it's just about this big square. If you come over here, you can look in my box. My favorite things are there. There's a... Pull one more thing out. Show it.
Ooh,
Oh.
Mickey.
Mickey. Who is that?
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. And what letter does Mickey start with? M. Mickey starts with M. Well, I just wanted to say thank you for being here with us to see the video. And Anne-Marie, come here. We'll say goodbye to our friends. I don't think I'll do any more verses because we don't want to be too long-winded. Goodbye, friends. We're so glad that you could be with us, and we look forward to seeing you the next time. Take care.
Bye-bye.